What's up guys, Perry from Rockville here, and today we're going to show you how to set up your PKS35. So along with the stand itself, you also get these measurement stickers here, which adds a numerical measurement to the height of the legs that you set your stand to. And these are completely optional, so you don't have to add these to your legs, but we'll show you later on where to put them in case you do want to attach them. So to set up the stand, it's very easy. All you're gonna do is take the top leg here and just pull it up like this. You'll want to be sure to raise it all the way up so that it's nice and secure. And then you're gonna do the exact same thing for the second leg. And from here, you can adjust the height of the legs if you want by loosening the knob here on each leg. Then you can just pull up on the leg like this, and as you pull it up, you'll see these lines here that act as the measurement guide of how high you're setting the leg. And you'll also see this measurement along the inside of the leg right here. And this is actually how we're gonna use the measurement sticker, so we can post it up right next to this line like this. So now when we're looking at the measurement lines, we can tell that we're pulling up the height of each leg to about the 16 mark here, because this line on the inside matches up to that 16. And depending on how you want your setup to go, you can place the sticker inside of the leg like this or outside of the leg like this. Again, these stickers are optional, so you don't have to add them to the legs if you don't want to, and you can always just use the measurement lines here to show how high you're setting each leg. So once we found the height that we want to use for each leg, we're going to tighten this knob up to lock it in place. I got the height set up for the first leg here, so I'm gonna do the exact same thing with the remaining legs. So once you've set up the height of your legs, you can flip the stand over to set it on its feet. Now, if you're in a space where the floor is uneven, but you want your stand to be completely flat, you can actually just loosen up the legs here and shift the stand around until it's completely level. And then once it's all level, you can tighten the knobs back up to lock it in place. You can also adjust the width of the stand by using these knobs here underneath. So to do that, you're just gonna loosen each knob like this. Then we can pull on each side of the stand. Now you'll see we have a wider width. And once it's all set, you can just tighten these knobs here to lock it in place. So again, you can do that for your setup if you need more width, but I'm gonna bring it in actually for my setup today. So now that my stand is all set and ready to go, I can take my keyboard here and place it right on top. And what's also really cool about this stand is these holes here on each side, which gives us plenty of room to run our cables for power, to connect to your interface, to your computer, and much more. So now this way we have a nice organized setup with our cables running through the holes here. And if you want an even more organized setup, you can always get some Velcro or some cable management clips and run it along the legs of the stand with your wires inside, so it's all nice and neat. So now let's say you wanted to convert your PKS stand into a table, you can always get the accessory like our very own P-shelf here to place on top of the stand for more table room. So after the initial setup for your stand, you can just take your P-shelf here, line up the inside of the shelf to the top of your stand like this, and just set it down. So now this way we can place our items on top, and we have so much more room to place more items on and not have to worry about it falling through the middle. And there's also these small holes here along the P-shelf that you can use to run your smaller cables through to connect any devices that are now on the table. So if you wanted to add a microphone with your stand and your overall setup, you can always use a gooseneck mic stand like this one here. So to do that, I'm gonna start by loosening up the clamp here on the end of the gooseneck. So once it's loosened up, you're gonna line it up to a spot that you want to set it up on your stand. So for example, you can set it up either on this bar here, you can set it up on this bar here, or any of the sidebars like here or here. So for today, I'm gonna use this spot right here. So I'm gonna line up my clamp and slide it onto the stand. And once it's lined up, you're gonna tighten the knob for the clamp to lock it in place. So from here, you can position the gooseneck in any position you want for your setup. So for example, I can pull it up and maybe hover it in front of me like this, so my mic is right in front. And then you can even take the included mic clip and screw it onto the gooseneck like so. So since this is a mic clip for a dynamic microphone, I can take my mic and slide it on through. Then you can connect your mic cable, and don't forget you have these holes here on the sides of your stand to run your cable through to make it nice and neat. So another way we can use this gooseneck mic stand is with a condenser microphone. So for that, I have my shock mount here for my condenser mic, and I'm just gonna screw it on to the stand like this. Once that's all set up, I can pinch the ends of the shock mount here and slide my condenser microphone in. Then I can plug in my mic cable, and don't forget, we can use these holes here to run our cable along to make it nice and neat. And since condenser microphones are more sensitive than dynamic microphones, I can take this setup one step further by adding a pop filter. To do that, I'm gonna loosen up the end of the pop filter like this. Then I'm gonna line up the clamp of the pop filter to a spot on my gooseneck where I have enough room to bring the pop filter right in front of the microphone. So for that, I'm gonna line it up right about here. Then I'm gonna tighten the clamp up to the gooseneck to keep it secure. Then we can bring the pop filter right in front of the microphone, and now our setup is complete. So once you're all done using the stand, you can go through the steps in reverse when breaking it down. So if you set up the stand to go wider, you're just gonna loosen the knobs here. Then you take each side of the stand and push it in, and now it's fully contracted. Now you'll just tighten these knobs underneath to fully secure it. So now to contract the legs, we'll set the stand upside down. Then we're gonna loosen these knobs for the legs, bring the legs down, and then tighten the knobs again to lock it in place. So next we're gonna wanna bring in the legs, and we can do that by pushing down on this hinge here. Then from there, we're able to bring in the leg like this, and we're gonna do the exact same thing for the second leg here. And just like that, you're all set to bring the stand on the go or to store it away for next time. So hopefully this showed you guys how easy it is to set up your PKS35 stand. But of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support team through phone or email. As always, I'm Perry from Rockville, and we'll see you guys next time.